Hi, today I want to talk about an idea for managing national debt. But first, I would like to thank the media, especially Jaspreet of Minority Mindset YouTube channel, for educating me on the national debt problem as well as OpenAI for creating ChatGPT. National debt problem is being faced by all countries. I investigated with the help of ChatGPT the possibility of using a control systems engineering and operations research method called stochastic dynamic programming for controlling the national debt to GDP ratio. I asked ChatGPT to look at the last 100 years of data and infer the level of shock on the economy by looking at key economic parameters like unemployment rate, inflation in the prior year, the remedial measures taken in the year such as money printing and interest rate change, and the effect on subsequent years' unemployment, inflation, and other measures. This includes positive shocks like development of internet and negative shocks like 2008 GFC and the Great Depression. I then asked ChatGPT to create a distribution of shock values from which 100 sample paths of shocks would be created for training and 100 sample paths of shocks for testing. The length of each sample path is 30 years. The training samples were used inside a stochastic dynamic programming model or SDP by ChatGPT to come up with monetary policies such as money printing and interest rate change. The testing samples were used by ChatGPT to evaluate the policies that were developed using the training sample paths. The results are encouraging and show that debt to GDP ratio could actually come down over 30 years instead of the current trajectory. Is the solution costless? No. According to the model, the cost will be shared by the government, people, and businesses, but the benefits outweigh the costs. Put simply, SDP recommends money printing and destruction as well as change in the interest rates more proactively compared to the present mode of operations by the Fed. I will now describe the working of an SDP. There is a goal. For example, in 2055, I want the debt to GDP ratio to be 80%. There is a stage. For example, the year 2045. There is a state of the economy, unemployment rate and inflation, and other measures. There is an action associated with a stage and a state. How much money should be printed? How much to change the interest rate? Pretend we are in 2054. The debt to GDP ratio could be 95% or 100% based on the actions we have taken from 2025 to 2054. Now, we have to decide how much money to print or destroy as well as the interest rate change. There are many action options. We pick the action that optimizes some criteria like minimum cost. Then we move to the year 2053, 2052 and so on. Once we recursively solve the SDP, we derive the optimal monetary policy for each year and the state of the economy in each stage, which could be any year between 2026 and 2055. Finally, we know the current state of the economy in terms of the unemployment rate and inflation. We pick the action that is least costly to achieve our goal in 2055. Say we are sailing in the ocean. We need to set the sails based on the wind direction and our destination, not just the wind direction. According to ChatGPT, the current Fed operations are less proactive than the method proposed here. Monetary policies need to be set with a goal in the future also, not just the historical readings of economic indicators. I want to close this video by asking researchers to take a look into this approach and possibly create a decision tool to inform policymakers. Hope I'm able to capture the attention of policymakers, control system engineers, and analytics practitioners with this video. If you know someone who might be interested in this, please share and spread the word. Thank you so much.